What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mama, and I'm back for another video. So, let me see if I can get this situated before I take off. We'll see how well this does. Anyway, hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great and wonderful day. It is, I guess I'm the weather girl, so I can let y'all know how hot I am and why I be sweating in all these videos. But anyway, today we gonna be riding up and down these Texas streets. School starts in just a few more days, and we are going to go do some window shopping here in Texas. Like the weekend before school starts, we have tax-free weekend on all apparel and backpacks, which is amazing. So that's what we're about to do, get out here in these streets. And what we usually do, this is, you know, I keep giving y'all my tips and tricks, but this is another tip and trick. What we do is we go out the week before or the week of the tax-free weekend, and my kids do window shopping, and we kind of look around, get an idea of what it is they want. It's not a guarantee that it's going to be in the store on tax-free weekend, but they have an idea of what they want, kind of what their school theme and look and how they're going to reinvent themselves or whatnot is going to be. So that's what we do, and they know what stores we're going to go to, and then we try to strategize on how we're going to hit the stores, what days we're going to hit what store based on supply and demand. So if there's an abundance of something that they want, we may wait and hit that store the next day, or we may hit it the first day of tax-free weekend and try to get in there as soon as possible. I hate tax-free weekend only because of the... I hate tax-free weekend because of the traffic. And not just outside the store, but inside the store as well. I was sitting and thinking, you know, I've only been doing YouTube for a couple weeks now. I have years and years of memory, so it's not like I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But I was sitting thinking, what should the video be about today? What's a funny memory that I can do in about 10 minutes while I'm driving to go pick up my girls to do this back to school shopping? And I was thinking about this date I went on. So I have this guy years ago. He picks me up to take me out on a date. And we go to this restaurant that also offers a live band. The band was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. And we had like some of the best seats in the house. So the way the setup was is there's like, when you first walk in the door for the restaurant, there's dining tables. And then along where the stage is, right in front of the stage, is a booth that has kind of a S shape to it, and it faces the band. So it's basically like front row seats to the band, and there's not any additional tables in front of you that's sitting at the booth and the actual band that's up on stage. So you don't have anyone obstructing your view other than the waitresses and waiters that are walking by serving you. But I mean, you're getting your food and your drink, so that's definitely not a bother, and they're pretty good at standing out of the way. I say all that to say this. We go on a date here. They have really good food. I place my order. He places his order. I don't know why, but everywhere I go, people always tell me, oh my God, your food looks so good. Well, he didn't disappoint. Same thing with him. Anyway, order my food. He orders his food. Two totally different meals. The food comes out. We're having great conversation. And before I can take one bite of food, we say our grace. And he looks over and he's like, that looks so good. Do you mind if I take a bite? And I'm like, I don't usually like people eating off my plate, but sure, let me cut you a little piece. I give him a bite and he's like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, oh really, you like it? He's like, yes, this is so good. Can I have another bite? Now, at this point, he's on his second bite of my plate, but he has not taken one single bite of his food. And I have not taken one single bite of my food. So his plate is untouched. My plate has 2 bites taken out of it, or sampled from the meat and the vegetables. Because I think I had like chicken and this gravy sauce and mashed potatoes and a medley of mixed vegetables. And I think there was some pasta also. So really beautiful looking dish, very well prepared. So after the second bite of food, he slides my plate over closer to him. So now my plate is half between me and half between him, so that I still have access to the food, but it's no longer directly in front of me. After his third bite, he takes a 4th bite, and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe how good this food is. Now by bite number 5, my plate is completely in front of him, and he has completely pushed his plate to the side of him. So now my plate is completely in front of him. My plate is completely in front of him, and the only thing I have is my glass of water. And he has my food in front of him, and he has his food pushed to the left of him out of his way. And he proceeds to take bite after bite after bite after bite. The band is playing, the songs are good, they're taking requests from the audience. Keep in mind, we're right in front of the band, so everything's a little bit louder. It's beautiful, just wonderful atmosphere. So by the time the band finishes the song, I'm kind of jamming and singing along because I don't have any food anymore. So I'm kind of jamming, singing along with the band, enjoying the music, and yeah, I don't have a plate in front of me. And the waiter that served us walks by, and they kind of look at me weird, like maybe, I don't know what they were thinking. I can't think for them. But had I been the one that walked by, I'd have been like, wow, I guess she didn't like her food, so she gave it to him, and he must not like his food because his food is still untouched, so maybe he's going to send his food back. But neither one of them have flagged me down to let me know what's going on. So she just kind of walks over and, do you need a refill on anything? How is everything? Is everything okay? And by this time, I think something must have snapped in his head, because he looks, you know how when a waiter or waitress asks you, how's everything tasting, you kind of look down at your plate maybe, or you got a bite in your mouth, you try to hurry up and chew it, cover your mouth and say, oh my God, it's good, or whatever it is you need. Oh, can you bring me this or bring me that? But when she asked him, how did everything taste? I think that triggered something in his mind, and he kind of looked down, and he was like, oh my God. He was like, the food is really good, but this is her plate. So he slides the plate back over and slides it back in front of me, and takes his plate and slides his plate back in front of him. So now I have a plate in front of me. He has a plate in front of him. And she asked me, how did everything taste? And I look over at him, and I'm like, how was it? And he looks down at the plate. All the food gone. All of it. It looked as if he had lick the plate clean because he was using the dinner roll to, as the people would say, sop it up. And so he literally ate my entire meal, all of the meat, all the pasta, all the mashed potatoes, all the vegetables, and he used a biscuit to clean the plate off and ate that too. And he looks over at me and he was like, "Oh my God, why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me?" I said, "Well, you seem to be enjoying the meal. You didn't give me a chance to stop you because you ate the food in like 2 minutes." Literally. The waitress set the food down, and you know how they walk away for a couple minutes and then they come back just to verify everything tastes good before you get too far in the meal. After your first bite or two is usually about the time they come back. Well, in the 2 minutes that my plate and his plate was sitting at the table and we're listening to the band finish up their song, he ate all of my food. He was embarrassed that he ate it all and was like, "Oh my God, do you want to order another meal?" And I'm like, "No, I already ordered what I wanted." He was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I said, "Well, are you going to eat your food?" He was like, "Well, here, take a bite of my food." And I was like, "Nothing on your plate would I eat," which is why I didn't order that. I ordered what I wanted, and you you ate it, but you seem to be enjoying it. So I'm like, no harm, no foul. It's all good. And he proceeded to eat everything that was on his plate. And after he ate everything on his plate, he says a woman should never clean her plate off. She should always leave food on her plate. And so he left a little bit of crummy food on his plate that he didn't eat because he was so full from eating 2 meals that he took and swapped plates and put my empty, clean plate in front of him and his partial scrap leftover plate in front of him, in front of me. And he asked me again after he ate all his food, "Are you sure you don't want me to order you something else to eat?" And I was like, "No, because we already got here, towards the end of the evening. The kitchen is closed, and so no." We were like the last ones to be able to get in, be seated, and order food before the kitchen was closing. And so there was no way. So, long story short, I wouldn't call it the date from Hades, but it was probably one of the funniest dates I've ever been on, where I go and have great food but never get to take one single bite. So, word to the wise, if you go somewhere, don't let anybody eat off your plate if they're extremely hungry. Otherwise, you'll be extremely hungry too. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload another video. And I'm going to get out of this car and go round up my kids so we can go do some back to school shopping. Again, I love you for watching. Thank you. Have a good day.